All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Muscle Discord. And you can see I'm in my new studio, a little bit different colored shelving back there, working on the lighting still. We're getting some additional lighting coming in. But you know what? I want to continue to level up the channel and, bring the best content that I can to you guys. And so I'm excited for the changes to come. But we have the 2025 Romania Pro Show results recap. And I think everyone knew going into this show that Andrew Jack was going to win this show. And I want to talk a little bit about that later on as well as to why Andrew Jack decided to do this show. So we'll chime in on that. Joan Predel's coming in second place here behind Andrew Jack. So we'll talk about him as well. And I saw some interesting things on his physique that I want to point out that other channels are not pointing out. That's why when you come to Muscle Discord, you're going to get those details that the other channels tend to leave out. The hard truth that people don't want to talk about because they're afraid of the repercussions. But I don't give a fuck about the repercussions because I'll say whatever the fuck I want to say. So we're going to get into that. But let's take a look at the two here side by side. Zoom in. We're going to go pose for pose. Like front double bicep, and great shot for Joan. Amazing shot for Andrew. And I want to talk about Andrew in a second here about did he actually look better here or at the Olympia? But like I said earlier, let's hone in on Joan. And something that I'm noticing here is the leg discrepancy. Okay. I guess that would be his right leg. This leg right here is bigger than his left leg. And everyone is giving Hottie super hard time about the leg size difference. So let's be fair and pointing out on Joan. He's a rising star. All eyes are on him. I'm going to point these things out where other channels aren't going to point these things out because they don't want the backlash. But I don't know what's going on with this quad because it looks like there's another kind of plot of muscle. I don't even call it a plot of muscle, plot of land, a plot of muscle. Going in a different direction than the teardrop quad here. Like this one, this is how a normal teardrop should look. There's no line of muscle going a different direction. This one is like a line in the teardrop. So I don't know if that's a quad tear or something, or something's going on there. So that's a little bit of kind of throws me off on the quad. And then you see up here, the upper quad, outer sweep, it's all filled in with something. I don't know what's going on there.
Every rep starts with fuel. Helix cream of rice, clean carbs, zero sugar, fast digesting energy that hits quick, fuels hard, and never sits heavy. 27 grams of pure carb power, nothing but rice and real flavor. Proudly made in Canada, built for champions. Grab yours now with code MUSCLEDISCORD. Helix Foods, fuel the work, own the stage.
It's a bit blurry here. There's no separation in the quad. So I am a stickler for details, and that's what I see when I break apart a physique, where others just kind of gloss over and say, "Oh, he looks amazing. He's a robot. He's the best." What? Let's just slow down, strength and power to slow down. Okay, there's more to it than that. You have to look at the fine details because if we're going to be praising this guy as the next up and coming, well, we need to really pick apart his physique. Welcome to the show. Joan Predels, welcome to the show. Love this guy's physique. Think he is a rising star. He's going to do tremendous in the future. But if he has this issue now with the leg, we got to pay attention to it. And he's got to fix whatever's going on in that quad because it's all type of messed up in the upper quad here. Aside from that, he's got a fantastic front double bicep. Looks tremendous. He's giving Andrew a run for his money here, especially in the waist comparison size here. So that's something that I noticed there right away. Again, the rest of the shots, Andrew is just blowing him out of the water. Side chest, though, is close between the two. I do think Andrew improved the side chest, but Joan just has the vascularity, and I just love the way he looks in the side chest. He hits it very well. And the back poses, again, Andrew is just killing Joan in these poses. You see, Joan needs to work on the hamstrings and glute area development, and the back development overall just needs a ton of work. So he's young. He's in his 20s. He's young, right? He's like a kid next to Andrew. And Ab and thigh again goes to Andrew. So Andrew just pretty much winning all these poses. Clear cut win for Andrew Jacked. So let's jump into Andrew Jacked and, why he did this show. I want to take a look at his individual routine here. Oh, that was loud. All right. So let's take a look at his individual routine and talk about. Oh, I have an incoming call. Let me just pause that here, because I alluded to this earlier that I want to ask the question to you guys watching. Do you think Andrew looks better here than he did at the Olympia? And you got to think, okay, well, there's different lighting. He looks a little darker. I don't know if his tan is darker here than it was at the Olympia, or they used a darker version of the tan on him, because he is conditioned more, I think, from the front. But again, this is different lighting, a different video, so it's hard to compare. But I just felt like I think Andrew was better at the Mr. Olympia than he was here. Now, why am I saying that? Why do I think Andrew Jack looked better at the Mr. Olympia than he did here, even after dieting for 4 weeks? You would expect him to look tighter here, especially from the back. That's what I was looking forward to see, okay, are the hamstrings going to look like Ronnie Coleman and Phil Heath and he's just dieting for 4 more weeks? He already looked crazy at the Olympia. He should be even better here. I don't see that. I don't see that, right? I don't see the conditioning on the backside here. As I zoom in here, you guys can really see there's not a lot of lines in the hamstrings here. There's not a lot of lines in the glutes here. So that's where I was a little bit thrown off as to why he doesn't look tighter from the back. So guys, am I crazy? Leave a comment below. Does he look better here after 4 more weeks of dieting from the Olympia than he was at the Olympia? Or did he look better at the Olympia? I think he looked better at the Olympia from the back. From the front, I think it's maybe slightly improved from the front condition wise. And the next thing I want to ask and point out is, what was the strategy behind Andrew Jack doing the Romania Pro 4 weeks after the Olympia? Because he came into the Olympia, he put on a fantastic show. He blew everyone away in their expectations. Comes in third, potentially could have won the show. And I would have shut it down if I was Andrew Jack after that. Because all I need to do now is come into the Arnold, win the Arnold, and coast into the Mr. Olympia. But for some reason, Andrew Jack does the 2025 Romania Pro with no one else that's a big name in the show. It's 4 long, hard-ass weeks after the Olympia, pushing a big man's body like this. More drugs, more cardio, more stress. He's an engineer. He's got a schedule to keep. It's hard to do. Why did Andrew Jack do this show? Now, Andrew said, I want to see my fans out in Romania and in Europe. Okay, that's good. I love to see that Andrew is competing more and reaching out and meeting the fans. If that's why he did it, then awesome. Kudos to you, Andrew Jack, for doing it. But from a strategic standpoint, I don't think it was a smart play, because your last impression is your best impression. And his last impression to me was the Olympia, and that was his best look ever. Then he comes into the Romania, and I think everyone was expecting him to look much better, much tighter, because he had 4 more weeks to diet. But then he comes in and the glutes and the hamstrings aren't as peeled as they were at the Olympia, in my opinion. And so I'm left with this impression. And I'm a little bit, well, it's not as good as the Olympia. So I think maybe I'm overreacting, but he does look good. He looks very, very good. But I just was more impressed with how he looked at the Olympia. And I think he probably should have just shut it down, rested the body, and come in and dominate the Arnold Classic. And obviously, maybe he can still do that. Maybe I'm overreacting, but I don't understand why he did this show. He was already in Europe at the FIBO. He met his fans there. Everyone at the FIBO, he met so many people at the FIBO. Everyone goes there. So I don't understand why just going to Romania. Why? But anyways, you guys can look into that. I take it for what it is. Maybe it's Jake Wood's show and he's doing it. I don't know, but it is what it is. Besides that, he looked fantastic from the front. And, you know, I'm excited to see him do the Arnold, which he says he's going to do, and win that show and come into Olympia and potentially win in 2026. So guys, leave a comment below. Do you think he looks better here, or did he look better at the Mr. Olympia? All right, guys, I love you. Let's get to 21,000 subscribers. We're almost there. The channel's growing. I appreciate you guys. I'll continue to level up my content here for you guys because I appreciate the support that you guys give me. And remember to subscribe as well. Comment. I want to hear your opinion on this. Let's have a discussion in the comments. All right, guys, I will catch you on the next one. Peace. Hey, guys, Matt Sinkering here, host of the Muscle Discord podcast. And I want to do a quick plug of my coaching business. I do online coaching as well through my exclusive fitness app, where you have guided workouts to follow, meal plans to follow, all the macros are laid out for you, the cooking instructions. You do weekly check-ins with me, upload your photos, your measurements, and I make adjustments as needed every week for you. So use promo code Muscle Discord when you sign up, and you'll save 20% off your monthly coaching fee. All right, guys, I'll catch you later. Peace.